So the modalities and the whole objective of today's session is to update with some new changes which have come. Because I don't know, a few of you might have received the High Commission visa or an AIP. A few of you might have are waiting. A few of you might have planned something, and a couple of you might be into looking for work permits, or you might be applying for your permanent residencies. So your reasons to join in Webers are varied. I know the questions are varied, but here is a common link, which is I thought I'll share with you people. I had just informed that I had planned something else, but only yesterday when I saw some new updates, so I thought, let me share that with you people first. They are a little confusing on certain factors, but I'll try to simplify. And you all can, everybody's case is different. So later on, you can come back to me for your doubts and sessions, or you can ask the question in your QA round. So I think we should be all ready to start the session. And once again, welcome you, all of you, for today's class. A request to everybody to please mute yourself and make sure there is no annotation on the screen. Today's session is actually revolving around a few updates which High Commission has come yesterday. That is on 27th of August. We received a few updates. You might be seeing the YouTube, the Twitter, the Instagram, the High Commission website, and even newspaper has tried to cover it. And there are a lot of confusions also, and there are a lot of updates, have a lot of updates with ifs and buts. So today, before I take it further, just see what's the good news that we have for students, and a positive tone for everybody. That is High Commission actually giving some study permit approvals, which is now called as approval in principle. Yes. And here, yes also means Weber's students have started receiving it. A few of our students had received their visas updates in March. A few recently received it, and few are in the queue, because depending on the time when you applied, everything is working on that. Approval in principle means they are checking your eligibility and sending you a letter that you can begin your study. So this was the earlier procedure which High Commission had come, that you need an approval in principle to begin your study in India, in your home country, which can be any country at the moment. Now, students who have received study visa before or on 18th March 2020 this year, they are being welcomed by Canada High Commission. The Canadian Border Force has welcomed him. So it means they are flying, they are fine, they are safe. There is so much of news coming on, and students keep on asking me, ma'am, can we fly? Is everything okay there in Canada? So the good news is that yes, you can fly, and you are being welcomed by the authorities, but there are certain conditions which you should follow. A request, if you have any family, friends, or if you are planning to fly, or you are guiding somebody on these things, please make sure, pass on a positive tone to them. Yes, they can, but they need to complete their paperwork. Before you make your plans to fly and book your air ticket, make sure all the paperwork is done. So when we are hearing that a lot of people have come back, or we are hearing that people are facing certain issues, it can be the reason that they did not complete the paperwork, or they were not informed of the paperwork. Our Weber students who are flying, they are constantly in touch with me. And it is these pandemic times when we are keeping our mobile phones, our WhatsApp, our emails, we are constantly making sure that we send you the reply. It is not only for you people, for our students, but also anybody who needs a help, I'm there for guiding. At times, you might have got your work from one or the other, or at times you're trying at your own. Please feel free. This is a time to help each other. So please feel free to ask for any advice, any help, that what are the paperwork? Can you read the paperwork? The other day I was shocked. A student was asked to take a printout of all the High Commission forms that we fill when submitting an application, and they took all the High Commission forms and went to the notary or probably got them stamped and signed. And I was like, who suggested you this? They said, ma'am, I don't know. They asked me to get those things. Wherein that is not required. So people at times are giving you some very weird suggestions. I'm putting it again, a lot of fraudulence is going on. Our team is working round the clock to guide you. The Delhi office is open and working, and we are working from home, working from office. Please feel free to come back to us. We are there to help and guide you. So there are quarantine papers, and what are those quarantine papers on the basis of which Canadian officers check? We would be posting a few of the updates, which are students who have reached Canada safely. They can share their updates with you, what documents they took, and all those things are very helpful for all of you. The ones who are even planning for January, maybe the quarantine is extended in January also. So you should be aware how to organize those papers. The key in all the things is the getting things organized. So I request all of you, make sure that you start working on that if you've got your AIPs. Do not ignore it, and do not just think that's just one paperwork. I'll just stay with one of my relative and friends, or my friend is saying, come over, it is okay. It is not okay. I'm reinforcing these things. So your documents, I'm just putting up, you can take a screenshot. And this is for students who are planning to leave, students who have received an AIP. For January 21, you are planning to go, please make sure that these documents are in place. Your offer letter for sure and up to date. If you're planning for January, your offer letter has to be for January. If you're leaving today, your offer letter has to be for September. Do not take an old offer letter. All your education documents need to be in place. The college fee receipt, pay the fee, 1 year fee or 1 semester fee or just a token amount depending on the university. Whatever you have paid, we need a fee receipt that's being checked. A travel support letter from the college. If the college has not given you that letter, do not even think of booking your ticket. Please make sure these papers are in place and you have to chase the colleges. Documents supporting. Very important thing, and that's I have just mentioned, but documents supporting your reasons to travel. This is different for everybody. Technology is one reason, then all the documents to support that why is technology a reason for you to travel. Is internet the only reason? Is the time zone the reason? Is power supply the reason? Is laptop your reason? There are plethora of documents and they will interview for all of these things. So there are tips and suggestions which we pass on to every student. And with God's grace, all our students who've been following these tips and tricks and they understand how to handle the border force and interview them back, they've been able to successfully enter. They said, ma'am, things went fine as planned. We did what was recommended and we safely entered. And there is a quarantine plan which you need to follow for 14 days. So which means if you're staying with somebody, you need a booking detail. You just can't say, I'm going to stay with my aunt or uncle or friend, that's it. No, you need a booking details. You need to tell them how are you going to reach, a pickup plan. Again, all these papers I'm reinforcing because maybe you might get your study permit letter or you're starting getting your passports next month and you're planning to fly. Or you are a student who has got his permanent residency documents in place and is just in Weber's to complete one of the IELTS examination. That's a mandatory requirement. And you're ready to fly. Please, these papers have to be there. Obviously, you won't have a college support letter, but the quarantine would be there. So contact of a person in Canada. So the person has to be his phone number, contact number, his passport details. And Canada is very particular on these things. They are checking on this. The health officers are now doing the rounds on that. If you are not found in your room, they might take an action. If you do not have documents in place, they send you back. If they find that you are dishonest, you have started speaking loudly or you started crying, they will not listen. And these your tears do not become the reason to make you enter Canada. So do not get emotional on that. understand the process, and come back to us. We are there to help each one of you who wants the help. The only thing is you have to come back to us. Webers is providing free counseling session to all the students. This is a facility for all of you. And it is today all the more the onus and the responsibility to guide is on us. So feel free to write to us, to email to us, to WhatsApp to us. So these are the documents. I've just mentioned a few basic documents. Now, you can take a screenshot, you can pass it on. If you are planning to fly, please make sure you have this app on your phone, or you can contact us for further details. It's a mandatory thing. Like in India, we have an app, the Canadians also have an app which has to be downloaded. I recommend a lot of students who are flying, a lot of people who are flying, please make sure you get a complete blood test. Complete blood test. A COVID test in any case will be done once you reach Canada. After a week of quarantine, the government has made taking the quarantine, the COVID test compulsory. But when you're flying from India, before that, just take a regular body blood test. So that's to see that all the parameters are fine. Now, here is something which probably is of interest to students who are planning for permanent residency. It's a small tip for you people that High Commission on 17th August, it released a new program. And it is called as Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program, which is called as AIPP. So all of you who are planning for a long time to apply for permanent residency, please look for this option. Small tip, if you need some help on that, you can always come back to me. But research, go on Google, type AIPP. Recently they've come up with this plan, and a lot of students who were earlier thinking, a lot of people who were planning and they were not understanding how to go ahead, or they were not meeting the criteria and points. AIPP is probably a promising program at the moment for permanent residency. Students who want a quick PR option and they say, ma'am, we want to go to a place where a permanent residency is faster, they can also think of studying in that, because in that case, it means that your permanent residency documents will move faster as compared to Ontario or British Columbia. So the reasons why all these provinces are up is also because they want people to settle there. So I would request that make sure that you go through all these documents at your own level. Still, if you find that you are having an issue or you want some help, you could not make it through on your own, you can always ask. AIPP is the new immigration program for permanent residency, which the Canadian High Commission has come up with as on August 17. Now, let's come back to the rules which we found that were released. Post-graduation work permit rules and changes for international students. Now, it said you can begin your online classes if you have submitted your study permit application for May and September. It's a very important update which has come for students who have received their offer letter for September, but they have not received their AIP. And they really didn't know what to do. You can begin your classes. This is the new update. You don't wait for your approval in principle or a study permit approval. The visa application centers are still closed. Biometric is not happening. Passports are still being blocked. So students are only receiving AIPs. I'm talking of students. I'm not talking for people who want the permanent residency. Students are receiving AIP. And there are students in the queue who still have not received their AIP. High Commission says we do understand it's a very difficult time. We are trying our best, and we would try that we issue this AIP to majority of the students who have submitted their documents on time. So depending, when did you last check on the date when you applied? And if you feel there is a change in your application, there is a procedure to send the documents. It's called a web form. You fill the form and send it to the High Commission, and they will look into your application. So now you don't have to wait for an AIP. You can begin your classes. It's a very good initiative so that the students are de-stressed a little. You've paid a huge amount of money for your classes. Very important update for students, because one of the reasons when we apply outside India is also to gain the international experience and take a degree which has a global recognition. So I'm looking for work rights, I'm looking for my PR, that's the aim for me. So here they said the time spent studying online from outside Canada since May 2020 now counts towards the length of your post-graduation work permit. So students would worry, I completed my one intake in May. Will I get my post-graduation work rights? Yes, they will count right from the day one you begin your classes. Students who are going to begin their study for September with or without, I'm emphasizing again, with or without an AIP, if you begin your studies, your time for post-graduation work permit will be counted from the day you begin your studies. So this whole phase when it was, I'm not very sure if I get a work permit, should I wait for my AIP and start my classes? Please, you can begin. This pandemic is happening with students all over the world. Do not stop. Do not put a break in your life. Accept this and face it and carry on. If you have planned with your studies, do not just prolong it. Start with your studies. Finish your studies on time so that you are employed on time. Things are going to take time. News, what's happening in India, globally, we are all update about it. And the message which is coming up to all of us is, please move on. Do not put brakes in your life at that. Just take precaution, accept it, and carry on. So students, it's a message which has come that from a High Commission that we understand there is a problem because we have work delays here, but we will not hamper your study plans. You begin your study plans. Nothing is going to stop. Not even your work rights, not even your permanent residencies. The only difference is, yes, you were earlier allowed to enter Canada. Now you will be doing all those things studying in your hometown. And that's true even for all the students all over the world. So accept it and begin your studies. They have given you the permissions, and also post-graduation work rights will be counted from the day you begin your study. But still, an advice for all of you, check with your university or college the fee refund policy. God forbid there is a negative remark by High Commission on your application. Where do you stand? You should know about it, but do not delay. Be positive and go about it. Go ahead with your study plan. Students who are planning for January 21, start applying. Don't delay your application. That's one advice I would like to pass on to everybody. Those who have received the offer letter for January 21 should proceed. Do not defer, do not delay, do not think maybe May, maybe September. Situations, every day a new rule comes, every day life brings up to new challenges. And that's what the mantra is. Keep on moving ahead. So let's not sit and think everything will become same before it was in March. In fact, it's been almost 8 months. In December, the news of this virus started coming from China, and we are coming to an end of the year. Things are happening, changes are happening. Medical world is working on vaccinations. Everything is working on. So do not delay your plans. It's 1 year which we will remember. But this doesn't mean that we just need to delay and drop our plans and sit at home and say, oh my God, when will the things better? Accept it and move ahead. Don't delay your applications. The colleges have started understanding the reasons for your delay. Maybe it is one of the reason can be your language exam or your final, in case of students who have just completed their 12th grade, maybe the reasons. Students who still have to give their final 3rd year exams in the college and the universities. If you can't apply for January, apply for next year. For September, the universities have started taking admissions. For May, many of the colleges have started taking admissions on the college. Don't apply for January, apply for May. But let the life keep on moving. And the students who have received the offer letter, it's a good thing. High Commission has said that we accept and we will give you your rights as an international student. We haven't blocked your work rights. We haven't blocked your permanent residencies rules. And many colleges have come forward in supporting and guiding students on how to stay. In case you don't have friends, family to help you settle there, they will send you the links where you can book a hotel. They are giving 50% discounts on those stays. They are helping you with the groceries. There are many universities who have used this, that have converted their the dorm rooms into one student room. And if you don't have a quarantine plan, they are adjusting with you and helping you to settle. So they are also understanding this time, and they are coming up with a lot of options. So don't delay. Now, students who have started the online study in May 20, there's a good news for you people as per the information that was released yesterday. So if your program is 8 to 12 months in length, means you started in May, so you completed one session in May, one intake, and your second intake supposedly is going to start in September. So it means by December this year, you're going to complete your 1 year study. They said you will be eligible for your post-graduation work permit even if all of your studies are completed online outside of Canada. So students who feel that, what am I supposed to do if I can't travel in September? So for you people who have started their studies in May, you can carry on in September. If for certain reasons you need to be in your country, you can, and you're still eligible for post-graduation. This is only for students who started with their studies in May 2020. So a lot of interesting rules have come here. There are a lot of further rules which have come up for sandwich programs, like students who've completed 1 year and now want to take a second year in Canada. Yes, you can move ahead, fly to Canada if you have your study permit approval. Take a second year program. We call it a sandwich program. So it will be considered as 2-year study and you will get a 3-year work visa. Students who have taken 2 independent courses, for them also a new policy has come that High Commission wants that for you 50% of the study has to be completed in Canada. So rules and regulations for students who have received the visa in March or as on 18th March or before 18th March. There has been a lot of positive updates for you people. Students who are planning for January 21, May 21, September 21. Students who are planning for university intakes. The universities are going to open, have opened, and they've started with their applications. So don't delay your work. Carry on, because that's what the life journey is. So water should keep on moving. So life should keep on moving. Understand the rules. See what things you need to work on. Start following those things and go ahead with your targets. Go ahead with your goals and objectives. And Webers is there as a team to help you, support you, and guide you. And at the moment, I do understand a lot of people have doubts. Take the counseling session. That's the time when you need somebody's expert. And that is an expert advice. Rather than going through 10 YouTube videos at times, why not talk to somebody and sort it out? Maybe it works it out. So please make sure you take this facility. And thank you so much. And a small QA round before I end up my session. Any student who wants to share anything, you're welcome to